Saan yung isang?
Diyanila primo kan?
Oh, Diyanila.
Diyanila. Habe habe Gauranga Korea.
Hari-katha lang harungan yun.
So at that time, he left with just another another book to Gangsha, bury his belongings, and he started to travel all over the holy places in India because he was looking where is my guru, where is their personality that I will leave my heart surrender and that I can fulfill my mission in this world. So he went to many places, but he didn't really find his connection that he was looking for. So finally he went to Vrindavan, that's the best place, kind of beautiful connection related to Krishna. And first of all he went to Mathura even, and he stayed in the temple there. And the story relates as well that he has been going for Vokeshavaji Gurdjava in Mathura, because at that time over there Shabakirandana Goswami was present there. So he went to Vrindavan and he came to know about the Krishna consciousness movement that Shabakirandana Goswami Prabhupada has established all over the world and in Vrindavan as well. He saw some big announcement as well. And one day he distributed a Godhead magazine to him, and then naturally he was attracted to go to this temple to Krishna Balaram Mandir. And he really wanted to meet with that guru, with that authority personality that is really attracted to him. So finally he got a meeting with Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And one of the first questions that Srila Prabhupada asked him, he said, have you received the renounced soul of light yet? Have you received sannyas? And he said, no. But this was really the connection in his heart. He said, this is like Chaitya Guru in the heart, the witness who knows everything about us, who has taken the form of Shri Guru, the form of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This was a confirmation from him. He said, he knows my heart. He is my Guru. So at that time, he sheltered the feet of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And he gave him the name Gopal. Yes, Gopal. Like Gora related to Sachinanda Goraji, and Gopal was the connection with his Gopaji that had such a strong relationship with her. So later on, sometime later, also Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada had known that he was very qualified to translate his books as well. So from the beginning, he gave him specific instruction about translating all his books in Oriya language. And later on, also he gave him the mission that the land had been donated in Bhubaneswar, and he wanted him to establish a temple there. At that time it was just a jungle, it was just full of wild animals and dacoits. So he just built a little house there, very austere, and some devotees tried to join him to support his mission, but they couldn't stay very long. But then later on, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada himself went and stayed with him in themselves for 17 days. But below that, on the day of the inauguration of the Krishna Balaram Mandir in Vrindavan, there was given sannyas, renounced order to 3 devotees. So everybody knew about the 3 devotees, but nobody knew who the third son. And it was a surprise to them. So they realized, oh, he's receiving sannyas. So they almost complained to Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, saying, how possible that Swami sannyas is a newcomer? And then Prabhupada just started and said, you are the newcomer. These are Vaishnavas from birth, you don't understand me. And this was the extraordinary quality of Srila Govardhana. So it took too long, this mission that Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada gave to him, and he went to Bhubaneswar to establish his temple. And Srila Prabhupada predicted, he said, this temple will be one of the first, the most famous temples in Bhubaneswar, and an whole city will be built around that temple, and this became a reality. So he endeavored very, he gave his all energy into that project. He stayed there as much as needed and collected whatever we needed to establish this temple, despite all the difficulties, because he had so much Guru Nishna. And Srila Maharaja has been speaking about that in the last few days, how important it is to have this Guru Nishna. Because Guru Nishna is the backbone of Bhakti. Without this Guru Nishna, we can't really offer any service. But we can see in Hari-katha how Acharya, and these are one of the main characteristics, they have Guru Nishna, firm faith into their Gurudev, and how to grant mercy because they were completely surrendered, and they were able to accomplish tasks and seva that seemed almost impossible. So one of the last projects of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada was to establish this temple in Bhubaneswar. So at that time, when Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada went there, the devotees had made arrangements for him was at that time the Acharya, very famous all over the world, and even all across all possibilities. He went with him to stay in his hut for 17 days without any facilities. But he wanted really to show his like love, affection, and his appreciation for his disciple when he was so much. And I wanted to go together, especially Hari-katha, which went from himself, so this was a very beautiful opportunity. So this was one of the last projects of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who established the foundation stone of that temple in Bhubaneswar, and nowadays it's the second most visited temple of Jagannath Maharaja in Orissa, and an whole city has been built around this temple. So the tradition of Srila Prabhupada is kept true to the endeavor of Srila Bhakti, of Srila Govardhana Maharaj. And later on, we know that he faced some difficulty in the institution. It was not easy for him. He was not always understood in the proper way. And he was always consulting with him for whatever he had to do. It was a strong relationship. And last time he went to visit the temple in Bhubaneswar, he said to his brother, "You will see this temple being established. I won't be here, but you will be here." He was like, "How possible? I am older than you. You will still be here." And because of the difficulty that he faced in his preaching, in his mission, he was consulting with Maharaja what to do. So we understand that that year, when there was the celebration of Nityananda Trayodasi, and Srila Govardhana Maharaj was present in Mayapur, Navadvip, and some senior devotees came to ask him some question about the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. So he started to speak about this mood of separation. Very deeply from the core of his heart, he was revealing this very deep mood. And as he was speaking, going on, telling a very extraordinary story why also Lord Jagannath was born with big eyes, short arms, etc., completely exploding his wrath, Lord Maharaja. So he told his story, and when he came to the end of the story, and there is this eye-to-eye union between Radha and Krishna, he said, "Sorry, I can't speak anymore." He asked for his Gopajan to become stressed, he lied on, and this took time when he entered into Samadhi, and he disappeared from our external vision. And we have understood also that in their family, his own grandfather was a very exalted pure Vaishnava, and they had developed a city to be able to choose the time to depart to this devotee. So he was such an extra, and he is such an extra personality, and he's with all of us today. And I pray in the deepest core of my heart to express my gratitude, remembering from the first day that I felt this connection so strong in my life, and I pray for his blessings that he completes in one way or another. Thank you.
May disciple daw po ni Srila Govinda Maharaj.
Nagluluto pa lang. Nagluluto pa lang. Wala pa luto eh.
Pwede bang tumulong din?
Pero ano na yun?
Marami.
Wala nang gigiwain. Ano na?
चक्षुर्मणितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वन्दे गुरुवददन्दं भक्तवृन्दसमान्वितं Sri Chaitanyam Prabhu Vande Nityananda Sahoditam Nanda Nandanaham Vande Radhika Charanodayam Gopinam Samayuktanam Brindavana Manoharam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Sri Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer my humble, respectful Dhanavad Pranam, lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Bhakti Vedanta Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtottara Sadhguru Bhakti Vedanta Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. You have?
Band.
No plastic. No. Okay. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So, today is very super excellent, auspicious day, because today the appearance day of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtottara Satsman Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj, who is the prominent disciple of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtottara Satsman Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. Just few minutes I also glorify about his life history and his contribution. When we were in Jagannath Puri with Gurudev Sri Narayan Goswami Maharaj in Chaturmasra, that time Gurudev, he was staying, one prominent disciple of Srila Gurudev. That time Srila Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj, Singhaniya's house, he is very prominent and rich person also, and also completely surrendered lotus feet of Srila Gurudev. So Gurudev, he was staying in his house, Singhaniya's house. That time we are staying with Gurudev. That time Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj, he came and also met with Gurudev. Because many Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj disciples, they don't believe that Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj, he met with Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. But we are the evidence. I remember, witness. The Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj, he came in the house of Singhaniya and also met with him. And very nice, beautiful conversation with Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj about Dham Tattva, Nam Tattva, different Tattva. And Shastra also explains this way. Durlabho manuso dehe dehinam khanabangura tatrapi durlabhang manne vaikunta priya darshanam. Durlabho manuso dehe. This human body is very, very rare. That means after 8.4 million pieces, then we will get this human body. So for this regard, this human body is very, very rare. Tatrapi durlabham manne vaikunta priya darshanam. And also very, very rare to get darshan of those who are the pure devotee of Lord Sri Hari. So Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj, he was very near and dearest of his Guru Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. And he fulfilled all the desires of his Guru. And as like Narottam Das Thakur, he quoted one pranam mantra, lotus feet of Rupa Goswami Pad. Sri Chaitanyam Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jano Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadamajjam Dadati Sapadantikam. In the same way, Srila Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj, who fulfilled all the desires of his Guru, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. So when Srila Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj will give me shelter unto his lotus feet. Just I briefly tell you the story of Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj. Just you heard Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj. He was born in India, in the province of Odisha. In his early age, he always absorbed with worshipped Gopalji. So for this regard, he worshipped Gopalji Thakur. His Thakurji name Gopalji. And he was born in high class Vaishnava family also. And he was learned and scholar also. And he got bachelor degree from the University of Odisha. And he was the head teacher, headmaster of the one school. And he married and he maintained his family. But after few years, then he is thinking, my life is useless. If I will not do bhajan and sadhan, what is the meaning of this human life? Krishnana bhajana dukkha kahiva kahari. And if I will not do bhajan and sadhan, the human life is what? Useless. Eating, sleeping, defending and mating. These four things are common in the human life and also animal's life. But what is the speciality of human life? What is the speciality? The speciality of human life, that is called practice devotion service to Lord. Krishna bhajan. So saying this, Krishna bhajan, to worship to Lord, to practice devotion service to Lord, this is the essence of our human life. How much you get wealth, money, wife, children, everything according your previous fruit of action, karma. But Krishna bhakti, this is very, very rare. So for this regard, once he was thinking, my life is also useless. I did not perform bhajan and sadhana. So one day he was thinking, I have to give up this family life. I have to bhajan and sadhana. For this regard, he left his house, his wife, children, everything. And he proceeded to pilgrimage, Tirtha Yatra. When he left his house, one day, one night, he was staying one temple of Devi, Kali or Durga. You know, yesterday we went, that Brahmana, he worshipped whom? Kali, yeah? Understand it? Actually, who is Kali? Durga. Kali or Durga? The jailer of in this material world. And this material world is called jail. Sansar Karagar. What is it? Karagar. All we are in the jail of try to understand this. Are Devi Durga or Kali? She is the jailer. And Brahma Samhita, Brahmaji himself glorified. Without the mercy of Lord Krishna, no one can release from the jail of material world. Sansar Karagar. Devi, Durga or Kali, they are the jailers. Try to understand this. In the same way, Gauragovinda Goswami Maharaj, one night he was taking rest in the temple of Devi Durga or Kali. Indian people, they worship many demigods. Understand? Now Western also same, thinking we also worship Devi Kali Durga. No, you should not do this. You should be one pointed with Krishna. Always think, Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami. Isara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Everybody say, Isara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna, he is called the Ishar, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishar, Supreme Controller. Ishara Param. Krishna, his name is called Krishna. Ishara Parama Krishna. Satchidananda Vigraha. His Vigraha, that is called Satchit Anandaman. Ishara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. Anadira Adi Govinda. Anadira Adi. He is called without beginning. And he is called Govinda. What is his name? Govinda. Govindati di Govinda. Go means cows. Go means Vedas. Go means Brahmana. Go means senses. Vindati Anandati. Then it means he gives pleasure to Gopi, Brahman, cows, Vedas, even our senses. For this regard, Krishna's one name is called Govinda. So the Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami. So Devi Kali Durga, they are called the maid servant of Krishna. Understand? Don't you think Devi Kali, she is our Ishtadev? Who is our Ishtadev? Srimati Radhika. Bolo Radha Rani ki jai. So now coming in this way. So one night, Gauragovinda Goswami Maharaj, he was taking rest the temple of Devi Kali or Durga. When he was taking rest, in his dream had come, and Devi Kali told, hey, listen, No one can go out from this jail of Maya. Eh? But you are going to practice devotional service to Lord, Sudha Bhakti. So now I release to you. Go. Guru Maharaj, one disciple told to him, he told to us, this direct Devi Kali or Durga told to him, and if anybody want to do bhajan and sadhana, then Devi will release from the jail of Maya. Otherwise not possible. Not so easy to come out from the jail of Maya. Maya Karagar. I will come. Krishna told himself to Arjuna, Daividhesa gunamai mama maya durattayam mame boje prapaddante maya me tang taranti te. Daividhesa gunamai mama maya durattayam mame boje prapaddante maya me tang taranti. If you completely surrender lotus feet of Krishna, then Maya Devi, she will release from the jail of Maya. Otherwise not. No one can conquer to Maya. Understand? Very carefully. So you have to completely, absolutely surrender lotus feet of Krishna. And otherwise Maya Devi, she will work again and again and give punishment to you in this material world. And understand, this is the process. So for this regard, Krishna says, Davidhesa gunamai mama maya durattaya mame ja prapaddante maya metam taranti. You should be absolutely surrendered only lotus feet of Krishna. This is the process. So now coming in this way, the Devi Durga, she told to Guru Goswami Maharaj, now you completely surrender lotus feet of Krishna. So for this regard, I release you from the jail of this mind. Go. And when she wake up early in the morning and think, oh, this is a nice dream, and come. Then early in the morning, he proceed to pilgrimage place, different in India, many pilgrimage place, Benares, understand? And Kasi, Vishwanath ji there also, Shiv ji, and Kasi, Kanchi, and Tapti, different also pilgrimage place. So Guru Goswami Maharaj, he went different pilgrimage place, Tirthasthal. Then finally he was thinking, yeah, I have to go to Vrindavan. Then he came in Vrindavan. But actually if you go to Vrindavan, first we have to come in Mathura. That the Mathura station is there, railway station. Vrindavan, that time no railway station. So for this regard, Guru Goswami Maharaj, first he arrived in Mathura. Then accidentally he came in our temple Keshavji Gaudiya Math. Where? Mathura. Mathura only one Gaudiya Math. That is called Sri Keshavji Gaudiya Math. So the Bhakti Pradhan Keshav Goswami Maharaj established that temple. And in the Keshavji Gaudiya Math, that time Srila Gurudev Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj was the temple commander. Srila Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj, that time, he went some place, Jaipur or something this, and he was not present in there. But Guru Goswami Maharaj, he came and he saw the deities of Thakurji, and so much beautiful and attractive. If you go Keshavji Gaudiya Math, the deities are very beautiful and attractive. And especially the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We have seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Keshavji Gaudiya Math. Actually, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu worshipped by Srila Bhakti Vedanta Srila Swami Maharaj. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, he worshipped that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. and he left that Thakurji in Keshavji Gaudiya Math. Huh? Began and he raised his hand in. Who went Keshavji Gaudiya Math? You have seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or not? Huh? So Gauranga Maharaj, he saw this Thakurji, then become very happy. Then he was thinking, I have to do Vrindavan Parikrama. Then he came in Vrindavan and he did Parikrama. And Panchakashi Parikrama. Panchakashi, understand? 5 and course is called Vrindavan Parikrama. And when he came just nearby Krishna Balaram temple, that is on the signboard is there. And signboard, they are written in there, what is written? See Krishna Balaram temple. And the arrow this way, the sign arrow. Then he is thinking, okay, here I will take Darshan Thakurji. Then he came and took Darshan Thakurji. Then after taking Darshan, then some devotee glorified about Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. Then he met, first time he met with Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. Then he completely surrendered lotus feet of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. And Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj also gave him Harinam and Diksha. And he was staying in the temple of Krishna Balaram temple. Then after how many months? 1 year or something this, just I forget. Then Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj also gave him sannyas. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj also told to him, you fulfill my desires. Well, what is your desires? He asked to his Guru. Well, you transcribe all my lecture in your mother language. What is the mother language of Gauranga Maharaj? Oriya. So he told, to transcribe all my lecture and Hari-katha. So Gauranga Goswami Maharaj, he transcribes all the Hari-katha lecture of Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, and in his own mother language, Odisha language. Then Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj told him, you have to go Odisha and preach my mission. Guru Agga, Palan. Then Gauranga Goswami Maharaj told, where I will go? First you go in Bhubaneswar. Understand? That time Gauranga Goswami Maharaj, he came alone. No brahmachari, nothing. He was alone. Just he kept his Thakurji, what is his name? Gopalji. And chanting holy name, but where will stay, does not. He came in Bhubaneswar, one place where the rickshaw staying in there. Understand? And that place, and many also dacoits, stupid nonsense people are staying in there. Those who are drinking alcohol, look like Jagai Madai. Understand? These types of people also staying in there. And completely also jungle. So Gauranga Goswami Maharaj, he also opened one small temple. He was saying alone, no brahmachari, nothing. And worshiping Thakurji, and also chanting holy names, and transcribed in Uriya language, Srimad Bhagavad Gita or his Guru's lecture. And also collecting some Madhukuri. Look, Gauranga Goswami life history, if you read, then you will be so much inspired in your spiritual life. If you not if you not read or listen the life history of our Guru Vargas, you will never to develop your sadhana and bhajan. If you want to develop your sadhana and bhajan, you must listen the life history of our previous acharyas. How did they perform bhajan and sadhana? How did they austerities? He was alone, going to house and collect some madhukari. Madhukari, understand?
Begging alms.
Begging alms.
Alms from door to door.
These are things. These are things. Then he opened one temple also this way. Then one day, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he told, this temple will be the best temple all over the world. He told Guru Bhakya Vishwas. This is always I give emphasis the word Guru Bhakya Vishwas. How to form faith in the instruction of Guru Bhakya Vishwas. So he has found faith, instruction of his Guru. And all our scriptures always glorify about Guru Bhakya Vishwas. From faith, instruction of Guru. Then he also preaching. Then slowly he also built very nice, beautiful temple in there. Bhajan sadhana means this. Nowadays, people, they have no so much faith in the instruction of Guru. Narottam Das Thakur always singing this song. Shri Guru Cha Rana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bandha Mohi Sabadano Mote Jahar Prasade এ ভাব তরিয়া যায় কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় যাহা হইলে গুরু মুখ পদ্মা বাক চিত্তেতে করিয়া ঐক্য আর না করিয়া মনে আশা। So Guru Mukha Padmavatra, always faith in the instruction of Guru. So when we discuss about Nama Aparad, and if you chant holy names, you have to consider 10 offenses of the holy names. First Nama Aparad, or the first Nama Aparad? Satang Ninda. Never criticize any sadhu. Some people are saying, okay, never criticize sadhu. So why sadhu? Are Gurudev also sadhu or not? Gurudev sadhu or not?
Sadhu, yes.
Gurudev sadhu. Are you yes, Satang Ninda. Never criticize any sadhu. Satang Ninda. Many people saying, okay, Vaishnava Ninda. Gurudev, he is called the also Vaishnava. He is the topmost Vaishnava. Among of the Vaishnava, Gurudev is topmost Vaishnava. Satang Ninda. Never criticize Guru and never criticize any sadhu. So Satang Ninda. Satang Ninda means never criticize any sadhu. Or never criticize any Vaishnavas. Vaishnava Ninda. So why saying the Vaishnava Ninda? Gurudev also he is called Vaishnava. Understand? Second, Aparad, now Aparad. What is that? Krishna Nam equal Shiva Nam. Those who think this is offense. Never you think Krishna Nam equal Shiva Nam. Krishna, who is the supreme personality of Godhead, our Lord Shiva, is the servant of Lord Krishna. Also, Shivji also Vaishnava. Shivji Vaishnava or not? Vaishnavanam Jatha Sambhu. Shivji is called the topmost Vaishnava. They will read. So never criticize Shivji also. Or never you compare Guru, Krishna and Shivji. All you think Shivji is the servant of Krishna. But he is Vaishnava, topmost servant of Krishna. Or third, again emphasis this word. What is the word? Guru Avagga. Never dishonor to Guru. This. So now coming in this way. So Gaurganda Goswami Maharaj, he has faith in the instruction of his Guru. Chanting holy names, transcribed Hari-katha, and in his mother language, Odisha language. Actually, this is the topmost Guru Seva. So the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada explained two kinds of Guru Seva. How many? What is that? Vapu Seva and Vani Seva. Listen very carefully. Vapu Seva means serve Guru and physical service to Guru. That is called Vapu Seva. Vapu means body. Sanskrit word Vapu means body. What is that? Vapu Seva. Vapu. What the Vapu Seva? Washing his clothes, cooking for him, massage his feet. This is called Vapu Seva. Or Bani Seva, listen Hari-katha from his lotus mouth and transcribed in different languages and spread all over the world. That is called Bani Seva. So for this regard, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, he wrote one article. He explained, Bani Seva is higher than Vapu Seva. Vapu Seva everybody can do, but Bani Seva everybody not. It is easy can to massage the feet of Guru, cook for Guru, anyhow you can cook. He cooks very nicely. Jamuna cooking, okay. You can massage the lotus feet of Guru. Just take take the oil and put cream. But Bani Seva, Hari-katha listen. If you not listen Hari-katha, how possible and transcribe Gurudev Katha? You tell to me. Very difficult to listen Hari-katha also. This is true or wrong? Very difficult. Very difficult. Sit in front of Guru, this is not so easy. But why? Because ghost cannot sit in front of the ghost charmer. You understand?
Ghost cannot sit in front of the ghost charmer. Ghost.
This is the nature. Ghost, he ran away from the ghost charmer. In the same way, disciple not so easy to sit in front of Guru, listen Hari-katha. Because if you listen Hari-katha, then you will deliver from this material world. So for this regard, give example, and ghost He is very afraid to sit in front of the
Ghost shaman.
ghost shaman. Huh? So for this regard, those who have not taste to listen Hari-katha, not sitting in front of Guru listen Hari-katha, that means they are ghost.
Who is ghost shaman?
Our Gurudev, he is as like
Ghost shaman.
ghost shaman. Hey, listen Hari-katha. Guru Gunda Goswami are very powerful acharya, you know. If in front of his disciple when sitting, if anybody not listen, then he took one danda and beat him. Especially who is sleeping and taking that danda and beat him. Hey! Mostly he used this word, yeah, you are rascal, stupid, nonsense, rascal.
Maya Das.
If you listen, you must listen Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj Hari-katha. Very powerful Hari-katha. And if you not listen Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj Hari-katha, you not to develop your sadhana bhajan. Listen, very powerful Hari-katha. And he spoke very loudly. And I heard when he gave Hari-katha, how many hours? 7, 8 hours, 9 hours he gave Hari-katha. He gave first Uriya language Hari-katha, then English, then Hindi. Many devotees are there. Non-stop, yeah. Morning 6 o'clock to about 2 p.m. the devotees are saying. So how many hours? 8, 9 hours speaking. Hari-katha continue. Understand? And heavy chastised his disciples. Stupid nonsense, rascal, Maya Das, Ananta Das, Maya Das. You listen, his Hari-katha. Mr. Hog.
Mr. Pig.
Mr.
Pig.
He was a Mr. Pig. Pig, understand? He is very heavy chastised. And sometimes his Hari-katha is very beautiful. Radha Tattva. Nitya, mostly he also glorified about Nityananda Katha. You can sing. His bold, his singing, very nice, beautiful. Nitai Padakamala Koti Chandra Susitala Je Chhayai Jagat Judai Hena Nitai Bine Bhai Radha Krishna Paite Nai Dira Kari Dharani Tarpayo. Dira Kari means tightly. Dira Kari means, what did he say? Tightly.
Tight.
Very tight. Hold tightly, hold the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. That means Akhanda Guru Tattva, undivided Guru Tattva, that is called Nityananda Prabhu. Nitayar Koruna Have, Braja Radha Krishna Pave, Dhara Nitayar Charana Dukhani. Please hold the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. Then you will receive the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Then you will attend to Golok Vrindavan and serve to divine couple Radha and Krishna. So in Dhara, Nitayar Koruna Have, Braja Radha Krishna Pavi, Dhara Nitayar Charana Dukhan. Mostly glorified about Nityananda Katha. I like Vrindavan Das Thakur. He is thinking, I will glorify about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But before glorification of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he glorified about Nityananda. So whole book is glorification about Nityananda. Like the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, where Vrindavan Das Thakur left the Gaur Leela, then I am speaking about Gaur Leela. So I am saying, so Gaur Gandhi Goswami Maharaj, most of the time, he glorified about Nityananda Katha. Nityananda Katha means is what? How to one pointed with Guru Pada. Guru Nishta, Guru Bhakti. Again and again I emphasize this word. Srila Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj, most of this lecture, he emphasizes this word. Guru Nishta, Guru Bhakti, that is called the backbone of your sadhana and bhajan. This is the thing. Guru Pada Pad mein ja rahe Nishta Bhakti, Sansar Tarite Sai Dhare Mahasakti. One who has Guru Nishta, Nishta means steadiness, then he can conquer the whole world. Then this is the process. Guru Nishta. And see, Gaur Gandhi Goswami Maharaj has Nishta, which is Guru. Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Maharaj. But some his God brothers could not understand his inner court of heart. Sometimes they also criticized him. When he was preaching in Western country, some they also stopped to his preaching. And especially Gaur Gandhi Goswami Maharaj, he told, don't disturb to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Put the peacock feather on his head. You read this is Grantha also. He will clearly explain this. Don't disturb to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Put the peacock feather on his head. Well, why not? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. So Krishna keeps peacock feather on his head. Why will not put the peacock feather on the head of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Gaur Gandhi Goswami Maharaj told, listen, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? The combined form of divine couple, Radha and Krishna. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he antar Krishna, bahir Gaura. Inside he is Krishna. External he is Gaura. This is true. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always absorbed in the mood of the devotee. Bhakta bhav angikar kari. What is saying? Bhakta bhav. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, most of the time he is thinking, I am Radha. Apon aake Radha bhave rahe anukhan. What is it? Apon aake Radha bhave rahe anukhan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking, I am Radha. Understand? That is called Asray Jatiya Bhav. Two kinds of mood. One is called Visay Jatiya Bhav, another is called Asray Jatiya Bhav. Krishna is called Visay Vigraha, object of the divine love. As Srimati Radhika, she is called
Shelter of.
shelter of divine love. Asray Jatiya Bhav. Understand? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, though he is Krishna, Bhagavan, but always thinking, I am Radha. That is called Asray Jatiya Bhav, shelter of divine love. Those who have no knowledge about rasa, they cannot understand what is the meaning of Visay Bhav, Visay Jatiya Bhav and Asray Jatiya Bhav. Understand? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is Krishna, saying Bhagavan, but always thinking, I am Radha. That is called Asray Jatiya Bhav, shelter of divine love. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always thinking, I am Radha. But there Gaur Gandhi Goswami Maharaj told, don't disturb to Mahaprabhu. If you put the peacock feather on his head, this is Rasavas, those will come. Or another thing, he boldly preach. He was coming from, where is he coming? Tarsa Shakti, the marginal potency of love. He was never fall down from Vaikuntha. Eh? Because he was fall down from Vaikuntha. So how to establish this philosophy? Krishna says to Arjuna, Jad gatva non-nivartante tadhamam paramam mama. Eh? One who attains abode of Vaikuntha, he cannot fall down. Eh? Krishna says, Jad gatva non-nivartante tadhamam paramam mama. Eh? Maybe you can say, ask the Joy Vijay, they also came from Vaikuntha. Actually, Joy Vijay, they are not Jiva Tattva, they are called which Tattva? Parikar Tattva. Some people, they cannot understand what is meaning of Parikar Tattva or what is the meaning of Jiva Tattva. Jiva Tattva means is what? Those who are manifested from Krishna's marginal potency, Tarsa Shakti. Krishna, this Tarsa Shakti is three names. Jiva Shakti, Tarsa Shakti, another Vivinnangsa Shakti. What is it? Vivinnangsa Shakti. The actual Jiva is called the marginal potency of Lord. So Krishna says, Mami Vangsa Jivo Loke Jiva Bhuto Sanatanam. Are those of Parikar, eternal associates. They are manifested from Krishna's Sarup Shakti, internal potency of Lord, Antaranga Shakti, as like Srimati Radhika. So Parikar Tattva and Jiva Tattva not same. As I give an example, one patient and doctor. Patient in here, in the hospital. Understand?
Admitted to hospital.
Or doctor, sometimes he goes to the hospital for the treatment of the patient. Understand? So coming and going. Doctor coming and going from the hospital. Our patient is what? In the hospital, staying in there. When he will be his treatment complete free, then he will be released from the hospital.
Discharge.
This is the rules. Or some, if you say, you cannot, if you are patient, you cannot, your own desire can go out from the hospital. This is the rules also there. But doctor, every day, every 3 hours, he enter in the hospital and coming out. So in the same way, those who are Parikar Tattva, they are as like doctor. According to the desire of Lord, they are coming from Vaikuntha and doing this lila, and again they go back to Vaikuntha. Understand? This is that. And Jiva Tattva, they are as like, what did he say? Patient. When you will be free from Maya, free from the all kinds of disease of Maya, Maya Rog, then doctor will give certificate, they will go out. They will go to Vaikuntha Dham. Understand? So Guru Gandhara Maharaj, he told, Jivas never fall down from Vaikuntha. Many people, they are confused. Why? Because they are not associated with the pure devotees of Lord, not listen Hari-katha, not pure listen Jaiva Dharma Katha. Everybody read Jaiva Dharma Grantha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained. So Gauranga Goswami Maharaj, he boldly preached this philosophy. The jivas never fall down from Vaikuntha. Spiritual. Understand this? And Gauranga Maharaj, when left now 1 o'clock, we do Guru Puja. Then maybe evening, again 4:30. What time? 4:30 will be?
4:30 start of Vana.
Huh?
4:30 p.m. start of Vana. And then after that, the Guru takes 5 p.m. Lecture.
No?
Hari-katha.
Okay.
5 or 5:30.
Today is Sunday Hari-katha. Sunday festival.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sunday feast.
Sunday feast. Okay, no problem.
Hari-katha feast.
Hari-katha feast. Huh? Okay, so I will not take too much time. Again, his Hari-katha is his life history and contribution is very beautiful. Yeah. He preached all over the world. And those who are very lucky, they also take darshan his lotus feet. And he Uttam Mahabhagavat. Gurudev himself told, Narayan Goswami Maharaj in his lecture, he told, my mood and Gauraganda Goswami mood is same. You read, compare the Gauraganda Goswami is a Grantha and Srila Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj Grantha is same. Same mood, just different way explained. Especially Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj Grantha. What is called?
Orations of Rath
The embarkment of
separation.
separation. Read this book. Very nice, beautiful this Grantha. And Mathura meets with Vrindavan. And same Brahmar Gita Katha is there also. But he gives the name Mathura meets with Vrindavan. And Uddhav, he came from Mathura to Vrindavan. And Uddhav, he saw the highest mood of Srimati Radhika's transcendental madness, Dibba Unmadini Srimati Radhika. And so read Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj, two books is very important. Mathura meets with Vrindavan. Or another, the embarkment of separation, Mahaprabhu Dibba Unmadasa. And Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj used this word. If you go Jagannath Puri, who went to Jagannath Puri? You do not go? You have to come Jagannath Puri. So Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj, he told, if you come in Jagannath Puri, then you can see the two separation Vigraha, Viraha Murti. Krishna Viraha Vidur Radha, or Radha Viraha Vidur Krishna. Krishna is feeling separation from Srimati Radhika. As Srimati Radhika, she is feeling separation from Krishna. Two Viraha Murti is there. That means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu feeling separation from Krishna. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking, I am Radha. Now my beloved Krishna left me. And crying and crying. Kaha maur prananath, murali vadan, kaha jaun, kaha paun, Brajendra Nandan. And especially when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was staying in Gambhira. You went Jagannath Puri? No. You have to come Jagannath Puri. If you go Jagannath Puri, then you come in the place of Radhakanta temple. That is called Gambhira. Everybody can go. Western Indian, everybody can go. And Gambhira. As a Gambhira is there, the Srimati Radhika highest mood is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested Srimati Radhika's highest mood in there. And Gambhira is there. Very nice, beautiful place. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu day and night crying and crying. So for this regard, Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj told, Krishna Viraha Vidur Radha. Or Jagannath Dev, he is feeling separation from Srimati Radhika. Jagannath Dev, crying and crying and crying. Jagannath Dev means Krishna. Krishna, he is feeling separation from Srimati Radhika. So Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj used this word. Krishna Viraha Vidur Radha, or Radha Viraha Vidur Krishna. Separation. Without separation, Viraha Bhav, you cannot attain your highest mood. And always cry for Krishna. Kaha maur pranad murali vadan, कहाँ जाऊं कहाँ पाऊं ब्रजेंद्र नंदन, कहा रे कही दुख के जाने मोर दुख, ब्रजेंद्र नंदन बिना फाटे मोर बुक। कृष्ण पूरा चंद्रमा, कृष्ण and who keeps the peacock feather on his head and who plays the flute and smiling face. So where you will go and take darshan the beautiful form of Krishna. This is the mood of Srimati Radhika. That is called Virha with Krishna, Virha vidur Radha, Radha Virha vidur Krishna. And Krishna is feeling separation from Radhika, and Radhika she is feeling separation from Krishna. So everybody have to come in Jagannath Puri. Understand? बोले जगन्नाथ धाम की जय जय श्री राम। बोलो राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे राधे राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय, राधा महारानी की जय, राधा रानी की जय, बोलो राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे। जय राधा रानी जय ब्रजबाला, जय राधा रानी जय श्याम सुंदर जय नंदलाला, जय श्याम सुंदर जय राधे 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 जय जय राधे। हमारा धना राधे 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 राधे, हमारा धना राधे 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 राधे। राधे 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 Ram Hare Hare Hello Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hello Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Hello Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hello Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hello Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Vaishnava Thakura Dayar Sagar Edase Koruna Kori Vaishnava Thakura Dayar Sagar Edase Koruna Kori Hare Diya Pada Chaya Sudaye Amare Diya Pada Chaya Sudaye Amare Tomaro Charana Dhori Tomaro Charana Oh Chaya Vegadami Chaya Dosa Sadhi Chaya Guna Dehadasi Oh Chaya Vegadami Chaya Guna Dehadasi Hare Chaya Sata Sangha Dehoye Amare Chaya Sata Sangha Chaya Sata Sangha Dehoye Amare Chaya Sata Sangha Vasechi Sanghe Raya Vasechi Sanghe Raya Ekakiyama Nahi Paya Bala Hari Rama Sankirtane Ekakiyama Hipaya Bala Hari Rama Sankirtane Hare Tumi Kripa Kori Sada Bindu Diya Tumi Kripa Kori Sada Bindu Diya Tumi Kripa Kori Sada Bindu Diya Deha Krishna Namadane Deha Krishna Namadane अब कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण दीपे पारो तुम्हारा सकतिया कृष्ण से तुम्हारा আজ আমি তাকানাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি আমি হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর আমি তো কাঙাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি আমি তো কাঙাল ভাই তব পাশে পাশে ভাই তব পাশে নব ঠাকুর দয়াল সাগর দাসে করুণা ওয়ে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়াল সাগর দাসে করুণা আমি তো কাঙাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি আমি তো কাঙাল ভাই তব পাশে পাশে ভাই তব পাশে পাশে বলো ভাই তব পাশে পাশে ভাই তব পাশে আর কৃষ্ণ ভানা পাওয়ার আছে ভাই তব পাশে পাশে কৃষ্ণ ভানা পাওয়ার আছে জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর जय वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर हेलो जय गाओ गुरुदेव जय गाओ जय गाओ जय गाओ जय वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर हेलो जय गाओ गुरुदेव जय गाओ हेलो जय गाओ गुरुदेव जय गाओ हेलो जय गाओ गुरुदेव जय गाओ प्रभु पादे जय गाओ अरे जय गाओ प्रभु पादे जय गाओ अरे जय गाओ प्रभु पादे जय गाओ अरे जय गाओ नित्यानंद जय गाओ जय गाओ नित्यानंद जय गाओ जय गाओ कमदेव जय गाओ जय गाओ प्रभु पाद जय गाओ जय प्रभु पाद प्रभु पाद जय